Want to be your own boss? Want to generate some extra source of revenue for yourself? Want to work from anywhere? Maybe you are a student who wants to generate some extra source of revenue. Maybe you are a working professional who is not happy with 9 to 5. Maybe you're a homemaker who wants to just sit at home and start earning. If yes, if you are one of them, then this video is absolutely for you.
Oh my god! Wow!
Because today I'm going to share my secret tips to start your freelancing journey from zero experience, which I personally followed. So stay with me till the end where I'm going to share this top secret tips with you. The first step is having a boss mindset. I know a lot of you might have heard about this, but my question to you is, have you implemented in the right way? Do you really have a right mindset?
Yeah.
Because having a right mindset is very, very important, guys. That will speak about your success as a freelancer. You need to believe in yourself. If you don't believe, you will only manifest failure, nothing else. So when you start your freelancing journey, maybe you will see a lot of people who are doing pretty good in the same field. It can be very overwhelming to you, which is very common. Don't worry, I was there too. It's very, very common. But you know what? If it is overwhelming, you always remember that this is your first step and that is their 50th step, okay? So don't compare your first step with their 50th step.
Don't compare.
Doesn't make any sense, right? Why do you have to compare it? So don't compare. Instead, what can you do? See, instead you can see and learn from them. Simple as that. You can see what steps did they take? How did they reach so far? This is a growth mindset, and always have a growth mindset because this will take you a long way. Now chalo jaldi close your eyes and imagine what I'm going to say.
Close your eyes.
Now imagine how would you act if you had already achieved your goal. You already have your full-time freelancing business that lets you travel the world whenever you feel like. You would be so happy, right? Just imagine, you will not worry about the money because your business is profitable and sustainable. You will be organized and have processes in place. You will not worry about the money. You will work from anywhere. You have money you're saving for your next trip. This is the mindset of a boss, guys. This is so nice. This is the mindset of a boss. But Nida, how do you do that? Ye bhi to bol do.
How?
Hold on. You need to just identify your limiting beliefs, what is holding you back, identify them, dump it into the dustbin, and start acting as a successful freelancer. This is the mindset of boss. I want you guys to do that. Second one is choose a niche. Now, what the heck is a niche?
What?
Niche is nothing but a problem you solve or a segment of market you want to help. So once you identify your niche, you have to niche it down. Now, why do you do that? Why do you have to niche it down? Because you can't be anything to everyone, guys. Simple as that. Imagine the whole world is a market. Now you can't go and sell your product or services to the whole world, right? Because not everyone needs your product or services. That's why you need to funnel down or break it down and come and identify that one group of people you want to help. For example, I'll give you my example. I'm a sales funnel builder. Sales funnel is my niche. So if I niche it down, then I would say I help coaches and consultants to scale their business to generate revenue through my high converting funnel strategy. Simple as that. So I know like this is my niche and I have niche it down like who exactly I want to help. So the same way you have to do it for your niche as well. Now, identifying that one group of people is really very important, guys, because if you aren't super clear on who exactly you want to help, then it will be really difficult for you to position yourself as an expert in the industry, find clients for your services, and also figure out how can you best serve your clients. So identify that. But how do you do that? Just one simple question you need to ask yourself.
What?
That what are you really good at and how can you help people? Simple. With this you'll be able to figure out your niche and then also niche it down properly. The third one is choose your skill set. Now, whether you are set to become a full-time freelancer or you want to start as a side hustle, your business will only build around the unique skills that you have. Okay, that unique skills are your greatest assets, guys. So identify them. Honestly, out of all DMs I get on my Instagram, the one question which is like most common is like, how do I become a freelancer and what can I do as a freelancer? But trust me, this is something only you can answer. But don't worry, I can help you. figure out that. Okay, it's figure outable. There are a few set of questions that you need to ask yourself, and I have tried my best to simplify it in best possible way I can. The first question you need to ask yourself is like, list down all the current skills and interests you have. Second one, list down and see what exactly you need to know more about that particular skill. Like maybe you can explore more about it. Advanced level, you just have some basic knowledge, you want to know more about it, so identify that, like what exactly you want to know more about it. Third one is identify the skill set which will basically allow you to convert that into a remote job, which will give you the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world. And last one is identify the gap in the knowledge and also see what you have to learn more about it. Sounds complicated, right? But don't worry, hear me out. I'll give you a perfect example for this. Maybe you'll understand after that. Now maybe, for example, you love Instagram platform. You have the passion for the platform and you managed to grow from 5k to 10k followers, and you want to help others to grow their accounts. So this is your skill. You can use this skill, and be a freelance social media manager where you can help others to grow their account. Now, your skill set, what are you good at, you want to help people. Now, the one, knowledge gap, what you have is, how to find clients. That is your, one gap I would say in the knowledge, that is client management, acquisition, all these things. For this, you can take some Instagram course or maybe watch some YouTube videos to solidify your skills more. So this is how you have to figure out your skill set also. So when I started my freelancing journey, I completely had no idea about anything. I even didn't know the difference between freelancing and a 9-to-5 job. Can you believe that? No, right? But it's true. Sachi, I'm not joking. I didn't know the difference between that. But
oh my god!
But over time, I realized that, just sitting and just thinking I have to start freelancing will not help me. I have to literally take some action. And what action did I take is what I'm going to share in today's video. So watch till the end. The fourth one is define your target audience. Now, once you have identified what is your skill set that is going to be the most profitable and enjoyable for you, now you have to think about who is going to pay you for your services. Simple. A lot of freelancers start freelancing and they're so afraid of selling their services. They just randomly end up taking, any client who is going to, pay them any amount of money to do anything. No, that's totally a wrong approach, guys. Don't be like those freelancers. See, just think, identify and think about those skills you have chosen for yourself, okay? And also backtrack things and see who exactly needs that type of services, who will be benefited from those type of services. Now, those are your target audience. In my case, as I said, sales funnel is my niche. I'm really good in that. I backtracked things and saw what exactly will I do from that. I can build funnels. I can help them scale their business. I can help them, generate revenue for their business. I can help them in ads with the ad strategy, funnel strategy. So who exactly will benefit from the services? That is coaches, consultants, small business owners. So like that, I found my target audience. The same way you have to do it for yourself. So this way, identify your target audience. The fifth one is create a portfolio website. If there is one investment that you have to make at the beginning of your freelancing journey, then I would say getting a website with a custom domain and a professional email address. Now, a lot of people will not agree with this step. They say that it is not necessary.
No, I don't think so.
But I totally disagree, because in this digital era, everyone expects a business to have a website, guys. Simple as that. Okay. Now, before you say, Nida, haan, theek hai, aisa kuch nahi hai, I'll tell you the benefits of it. See, everyone needs a high-paying client. Everyone wants that, I want to attract a high-paying client. But how do you do that? Have you even imagined the steps? What I'm going to tell you are actually the legit steps what I have personally followed. See, the benefits of a website is that will actually help you to look professional. That will show you as an expert in the industry. That will also, give a way to display your portfolio and services. Simple as that, right? So it's very important to have a professional website, a basic thing. So I would suggest to get started, as a beginner, you would go with, you can go with Squarespace and Wix, because it's an all-in-one solution, that's very easy to also use. So use that and create a portfolio website. Sixth one is set your rates. Now, another big thing that holds a lot of freelancers back to start their business or holding them back, to get into it full time is to do with the rates. I get it. It's scary because I struggled a lot when I started my freelancing journey back in 2K19. But I want to share with you my two secret tips that I personally follow, or apply to set my rates. One is like I calculate my working hours, like how much time will it take for me to to complete that particular project. And second thing is to talk to the freelancers in the same domain and ask them about the rate, or to get some market clarity or market insight, I would say, because this will really help you, because they are already into the same field and they are doing pretty well, just to get some market idea, like how much are they charging, so that you can charge somewhere around that. So these are the two things that I personally follow, and have that have helped me to set rates for my clients, and also makes me feel how much I charge for my clients. I hope you found this valuable. That's it for this video, guys. Like, make sure you follow all the steps, and I'm damn sure you will get your first client through this, because I personally did that. I hope you found this valuable. Also, as I always say, I put a lot of content on my Instagram. Also, do follow me there. Check it out. I know you will love my profile. Drop me a hi. I will love to connect with you there. And hey, if you have any, like, idea or a topic on your mind you want me to make a next video on, drop here in the comment section. I would love to take that and make a video on that, as I always say. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, and share it among your friends. Until then, bye bye. See you in the next video.